Babe, I know we're from two different worlds. I may be uncouth. Well, that's because I do not have a father figure in my life. But with you, I know I can turn into a better man in the future. See, babe, I just love the way you love me. They say the world is spherical in shape. But with you in my life, just one glance, I can see the end of it.
I don't know how true reincarnation is, but I'll surely see you in my next life. Definitely, I'd rather not be incarnated in a world that you're not in. You're the reason for my existence, babe. I love you so much.
I love you more, babe.
Come here.
So, Mr. Conte, can you please tell the court what was her state of mind the night of her demise?
She was high on drugs.
High on drugs. But did you confront her on that?
Yes, ma'am. What took you so long? Yeah, I wanted to see you.
Is that all?
Hey,
I want to see you too, babe. Missed you.
missed you too. Wait. Are you high?
I don't know. I was okay before leaving the house. I suddenly started feeling different. I don't know what happened.
Hey, babe. Something is wrong somewhere. I mean, if you don't want to see me, just say it. Or stop showing up high on drugs.
Hey. I don't know. I was fine.
But stop showing up. Yeah. All high on drugs, like. Why?
You and I know that I want to see you, right?
I know.
You know I want to do it with you.
I know.
I love doing it with you, babe.
I know.
I don't know what is happening to me, babe.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, now listen. Shh. I don't know what is happening.
Not now. Maybe later. Hmm? Yes, babe. Hmm?
Wow. That was quite intense.
like an upgraded version of you. Sarah? Sarah? This is strange. How come I'm dressing up before you talk? Eh? Sarah? Sarah? Hmm? Sarah? Sarah! 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 Sarah?
So what was her response?
She said she doesn't know how it got into her, and she was also confused.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Emerson Conte. May her soul rest in perfect peace. My lady, this is a situation wherein a cheating wife died in the hotel room of her sugar boy because she was high on drugs. Please. Thank you, Mr. Emerson. My lady, this is an autopsy result for the deceased. Mrs. Sarah Khan. That result, Your Honor, shows that the deceased was high on ecstasy that night before going to the hotel suite of the accused. The autopsy result shows large amount of MDMA in her system, which also means that she was using it on a regular basis, my lady. Thank you. So now, my lady, I would like to call Dr. Malcolm to stand, please. Dr. Malcolm?
Yes.
Can you please tell this honorable court what an ecstasy is?
An ecstasy is both hallucinogenic and a stimulant drug. It makes someone experience a rush of good feelings that is much more intense, whether they are good or bad. The drug's effect usually lasts for 6 hours.
Okay, yeah. Dr. Malcolm, can you please tell this court what are some of the effects this drug has?
Ecstasy increases heart rate and can cause dry mouth, clenched teeth, blurred vision, chills, sweating, or nausea. If a person takes ecstasy, his or her body can dangerously overheat during dancing or other physical activities, which can lead to kidney, liver, and heart failure. Usage of ecstasy can lead to brain damage, seizures, and even death.
Last question, doctor. Could any of these effects be the cause for the disease and demise?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I have no further question for this witness, sir.
Counsel, do you wish to cross-examine Dr. Malcolm?
No, my lady. I'd like to cross-examine the accused.
You will take your seat, Dr. Malcolm.
Mr. Conte, are you in the habit of eating baby?
Objection, my lady. That is not an actual question.
Objection sustained. Barrister, do you want to ask an actual question pertaining this case, or do you wish to confuse the court?
Mr. Conte, why did the deceased leave you and get married to another man?
We had a fight.
A fight? What was the nature of the fight? Was it verbal or physical? I can't hear you.
It was a physical fight.
A physical fight, my lady, that left the deceased in hospital for months with broken ribs, swelling eye, and broken teeth. Mr. Conte, do you happen to know a lady by the name of Abigail Thomas?
I can't even.
Okay, let me joke again. Abigail Thomas, 5 feet tall, fair in complexion. She's over there. You guys had a relationship a few years ago. Or do you want me to remind you that you are under oath unless you want me to add perjury to your murder case?
I now remember.
So, do you mind telling me the court what happened between you and Abigail Thomas?
We had a fight.
Okay, let me make it clear to the court. He beat her up so badly because the disease told him that she was pregnant, and in the process of beating her, he kicked her in the belly and she bled out, which almost led her to lose her life. And that leads me back to my question that my fellow learned colleague was opposing. Are you in the habit of beating women?
Objection, my lady.
Answer the question, Mr. Conte.
My lady, I had a condition.
Do you mind telling the court what sort of condition you have?
It's intermittent explosive disorder.
Oh, so you're telling the court that you have anger issues?
Yes.
My lady, no further question. I would like to call Dr. Malcolm to take the stand.
Dr. Malcolm?
Yeah.
Dr. Malcolm, do you mind explaining to the court what ecstasy does? You said ecstasy is an hallucinogenic drug. Do you mind explaining to the court what hallucinogenic drug does?
Hallucinogens are diverse group of drugs that alter a person's awareness of their surroundings as well as their own thoughts and feelings. Hallucinogens drugs can cause hallucination or sensations and images that can seem real though they are not.
My lady, I want to clearly state to you that the accused was aware that the disease was on drugs. And he used that opportunity to take advantage of her. And also, my lady, we all know we are fighting so hard to eradicate such practice. And opposing counsel here is fighting so hard to free someone as dangerous as the accused to walk free. Imagine to let loose the murderer. My lady, if someone like this walks free in the city of freedom, what will happen to our women and girls?
Does the defense have anything else to say?
Yes, my lady. Since the prosecuting counsel here has no substantial evidence to prove that my client is guilty, I plead that my client be cautioned and this case be discharged immediately.
That is not going to happen, counsel.
My lady, can my client get a bail at least?
I vehemently object to that. Are you out of your mind? How can you expect someone on a murder trial a bail?
Counsel, maybe the problem the cigar you have been smoking has eaten the brain cell in you. What are you thinking about? You said it yourself. You're on the trial. My client is not guilty until proven by law.
Both of you, to the bench. of you don't stop behaving like children, I'll throw you out of my court.
Apologies, my lady.
Apologies, my lady.
Accepted. Bail is granted to the accused person in the sum of 10 million leons, with 2 sureties in like sum. Sureties must be senior citizens and must surrender their identity cards. Bail is to be approved by the master and registrar. This case is being adjourned to the 15th of November.
Authorized? Silence in court. I don't know if I should drop this case or should I continue being a lawyer working in this farm. But what I don't like is looking stupid in court.
But Mr. Paul, I am not a lawyer. But trust me, from what I saw today, you did pretty good.
Well, maybe you don't know. Good is not enough for me to win this case. I asked you if there's anything I should know concerning this case. You looked me in the eyes and said no. All for me to know that you had a mental condition and the disease is not the first woman you are laid hands on.
But Mr. Paul, I didn't know he was going to bring that up.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know whether you're stupid or you're dumb. Now let me tell you this. Brian Commander is the best lawyer in this country. In as much as I won't say it to his face, but I might as well say it to you that he is the best lawyer in this country. So you must expect the unexpected when it comes to this case. Now you know something I was supposed to know from the start. Now let me tell you this. If I have my ass handed to me in court again, then I will drop this case. I don't care what will come out. Have a nice day. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, when is the burial?
Next tomorrow.
Really? Brian, I think you may need to see this. Yeah.
Really?
What is it?
Mom, you should take a look at it yourself. Your son has delayed the burial, and your husband is doing nothing about it.
Watch the serpent in your mouth, son, before you choke on his venom. This is a trial, and if Judge Keita gave him access to delay the burial, maybe she has a valid reason.
Your daughter's corpse is lying cold in the morgue, and you are playing God. You have all the power to put an end to this.
Bro, you're delaying sister's burial so you can prove that the man that killed her is innocent. I still don't understand why.
Lucia, my dear, I am a lawyer. Maybe one day you'll be in this similar situation. Only then will you really understand. Now, do you know what Dad told me when I came second in my class?
No.
Now I'll tell you. Dad asked me this question. Do you know the second person that stepped on the moon? I said no. And he told me that's because no one really cares about the second person.
What are you trying to say, bro?
He's trying to say he's going up against the best. So if he wins this case, he will beat the best.
So this is all to his brother Brahim.
No, my dear Lucia. You see, your brother Brahim here was the guy that came first. I was really happy for him because he is my brother. But Dad's thoughts towards that were completely different. He told me that I, Paul, will always be second to my brother.
Come on, Paul. Grow up. This happens decades ago. You should just have said no to that case, wait, and come work at the family farm. I will have offered you a managing partner if that's what you want.
Oh, you're so dreaming, Brian. Brian Commander. Now, even if I may want to drop this case, do you think Mr. Conte will easily sign off my non-compete towards this case, knowing so well that I, Barrister Paul Commander, is the best lawyer in his firm and also in the country as a whole?
Second best to me, right?
You could have just said no to this case.
Mom, do you think I didn't try?
Please enter. Miss Sonia.
Sir.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir. How are you, Barrister Paul?
I'm fine. So are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing very well.
How may I help you?
Barrister Paul, Mr. Conte, the managing director, is out of the country to represent you in an judicial matter.
But I know Mr. Conte is out of jurisdiction. So how about him?
Good. He wants you to help him on a personal case.
You mean the same way I've been helping his family to win cases that seem impossible to win?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This one involves one of his primary concerns.
I see. And if Mr. Conte wants me to represent him on this case, that simply means this must be very tough.
Sure, it is one. He also has an attractive proposal for you if you could bring this one home. There is an agreement for you to be made managing partner
Very attractive.
if you could win this one. The client's name is Emasi Conte. Here are the files.
No need for that. But the name sounds very familiar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So tell me, what did he do?
He's been accused of killing someone.
Another case. What did he?
I guess you will find out yourself.
Okay.
Barrister, he also wants me to inform you that he will be retiring by the end of the year. And you might get more than being a managing partner. I'm sure that you're a perfect replacement. Be aware that Barrister Abubakar also vouched for the same case. So if you're not up to task, please inform me. Maybe you want to change your mind.
No need to. Junior counsel, no need. You know Mr. Conte is a boss. Whoever he wants us to represent, we will surely do so. Okay? So tell me, Junior counsel, nice work.
Pretty well.
You know you're looking so dashing today.
Thank you.
How about we find time to see how else we can catch up?
May I please excuse you, sir, because I really have some important things that is.
Oh yeah, very sorry.
Thank you.
See you.
See you later.
Yeah, Junior counsel.
Excuse me, Senior Counsel. It's about Mr. Conte. He has been trying to call you a couple of times. You have not been picking his call. Can you please pick his call? Maybe it's something urgent. Oh, he's calling. He has a call for you, sir.
He's your son, and he killed my sister.
I guess you did not go through his file.
Why didn't you tell me, sir?
Would you have taken the case?
I believe I have the right to know, sir.
Calm down. I did not withhold information from you. You never asked about your client or care if they are guilty or not. So I just let you do you.
Is he guilty?
You are his lawyer. You tell me.
I want out of this particular case. There are other barristers in this chamber that can take over that case.
I am sorry. I can't do that. It's too late. You should have looked at the document.
I can't. There's a conflict of interest.
There is no such thing as conflict of interest. Neither do I have to remind you that you can't back out of this case. Because if you do, you will be tearing your reputation that you have fought so hard to build. And moreover, you have an opportunity to show your dad who the better man is. Because your brother is the opposing counsel.
Mr. Compton, do you think I care about my brother right now? It is my sister we are talking about, yes.
Paul, that young man that has been accused is my son. I had him during my secondary school days, but I failed to be a father to him by then. So I can't let him go to jail. And I believe he's innocent also. You are the only lawyer I know that has the ability to convince a grand jury of his innocence. I am resigning after this, and this farm will be yours to run. You can change the name if you want. The whole board of directors have agreed and signed your taking over. All that remains is my signature, which you will get after you win this case.
I will be sure that you will get to the board and get them to change their mind.
Well, you don't know me. One last thing. Just so you know, I won't waive off your non-compete if you decide not to take this case or leave this farm. And I don't need to tell you the consequence.
Can I take my leave, sir?
Just go.
This family is known for its reputable utterances from the law. And I can't let my emotions get in the way. We are sticking to the law. For I am Chief Justice Commander of the Sierra Leone Supreme Court. The murder of my daughter must be avenged.
Chief Justice or not, what I am going to say is that I will not let you ruin this family. Or neither turn brothers on each other.
You've not been listening to me, have you? I can't practice law if I jeopardize this case. My license is at risk here. My brother is the last thing on my mind right now.
Well, you can easily lose this one.
Oh.